Okay, we're going to show how to program the 6K controller. 6K controller's down here. You've got two ports. The front port is the HMI. The rear port is the encoder. What we're going to do is we're going to program. We got to put a program in here, so we got to remove the HMI plug. Just put that in the box, and then we're going to grab our 9-pin serial cable from the computer. We're going to take that. We're going to plug it in, and then we're going to. The other end goes to a null modem connector. It's the other end of the cable, straight serial cable with a null modem adapter. That gets plugged into the serial port of the laptop. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open up the software. The software is Motion Planner. It's a 6K2 controller. Click. Your ports, in my case, is COM1. Your computer may be the same. Okay. This first screen we don't like to use, so we're going to X out of it. We're going to go over to the second icon over. It's a little blue screen. It's your terminal screen. Click on that. We now have a terminal. So I'm going to power up the machine now. We did that without power. So we're going to power it up, pressing the green button on the front. After about 10 or 15 seconds, you'll see the initial message come up from the controller. There it is. Okay, so the first thing we can do, the machine is turning, you can see there. Now what we're going to do is, if we have to troubleshoot, we're going to do Control K. So Control K comes up as an exclamation point K. Now, let's find out what's in the controller. We do TDIR, enter. There are the subroutines that are in there for the Black Max printer. If we want to check the inputs, we type in TIN, enter. Gives the status of there's 8 inputs on board. So you have a 0 is off, a 1 is on. The position of the 0 or the position of the number is the number of the input. So the first 0 is input 1, the last 0 is input 8. The one with a 1 is input 4, and it is on right now. You go to your screen, or you go to your electrical schematic, that'll tell you what input that is. I happen to know it's printer run, so I'm going to turn off the switch. I'm going to do TIN again, and now it's 0. This isn't real time. It's not like a PLC. It's a snapshot. So right now it's 0. I'm going to turn the switch on again, type TIN again, and it's now a 1 again. So that's how you can tell whether your inputs are working. And you have to look for the input, you know, if it's a home sensor, if it's a test button, that's how you do that. In terms of troubleshooting, that's pretty much for the terminal. We're going to show how to download a program now. I'm going to go up to the first icon, and it says download file. Click on it. Find your file on your memory stick that you have. In this case, it's this one, control program. Here's the file. You can double click, say OK. There's your download proceeding. Okay, it's done. No errors. We can start it up by typing in, either remotely right now, just by typing in main. And now the printer will start running. It's doing a home routine, inking routine. It's ready to print. If you want to trace the program, do Control K again. Now we're going to do a trace. We're going to say 1 %, trace 1. What that's going to do is it's going to trace the 1% file or 1% subroutine. Trace means trace. 1 turns trace on, 0 turns it off. Enter. Now when we type in main, the program, is that better? You can see how the program's coming up on the screen. It's scrolling through every command line. Right now, the last command line it stopped at is what the criteria it's waiting for till it gets to the next line. It's now in following mode. It's waiting for input 2, input 3 to be high, input 4 to be low, or position of motor 1 to be greater than var 29. Any one of those are satisfied, it will then move to the next line in the program. So I'm going to make it move a part of the program. Now it ran, it's waiting for input 4 to be high. That was the printer on-off input. That's what I did. So when I make that high, it continues to run. That's how you trace a program. With phone support, somebody at Gradon can then help you through it using this kind of program. Okay, it's good.